Hello, hello, hello. Say hello if you're joining in with me. Hi, sis. Hi, Fonterra. I'm excited about this topic today. Who is God and why you can trust Him in your business, why you can trust Him to lead your business. Hello, Nicole. Thank you for joining. I will share that link for that webinar series with you guys before we hop off, okay? And I'll tell you all about it. I'm going to go ahead and get started because I'm excited to talk to you all about who is God and why you can trust Him in your business. So this topic is really near and dear to me because I don't know if I'm the only one, but I like to be in control sometimes. Am I the only one? I like to be in control. If you like to be in control, just let me know in the comments. It's okay. You're not alone. I like to be in control. And, it doesn't quite work that way with God, right? He is the all-knowing and the all-powerful. He is the one in control, calling the shots. And I had to learn this lesson the hard way in my business. And so I really wanted to come on with you today and just give you a few reasons why, based off the character of God, why you can trust Him to lead you in business, okay? So you may or may not know, if you've been joining in with me most mornings, I dive into the playbook, and I've been reading in Deuteronomy and studying Deuteronomy. I have learned a lot about God and His character. And like any person, right, like your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your spouse, in order to trust them, it requires that you do a few things, right? When you meet somebody for the first time, you typically don't just automatically trust them. They have to earn your trust, right? There's typically a process where you are communicating with them back and forth. It may be on the phone, it may be on dates. You guys are talking, you're getting to know each other. That's building trust, right? Another way that you gain someone's trust is by spending time with them, right? They wouldn't be your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your husband or your wife if you had not spent time with them. Are you guys with me? Right? Like we're going to make this very practical today. Any relationship that you have where trust is a factor, it requires that you communicate with them. It requires that you spend time with them. But it's also a risk, right? It could be risky, right? You opening yourself up and being vulnerable to them. You take a risk every time you decide, okay, I'm going to date this person. I'm going to marry this person. That's risky, right? And so in even learning how to trust God, it requires that you spend time with Him. It requires that you communicate with Him. It requires that you take risk with Him, okay? And so I'm going to jump into the playbook and make this very practical based off the reading that I have studied in Deuteronomy, but I just kind of wanted to bring some context to you when it comes to any type of relationship that you're forming, any type of relationship that you form that actually has trust. It requires that you spend time with them, that you communicate with them, that you take risks with them, okay? That you open yourself up and be vulnerable to them. Right? And even when trusting God to lead your business, hello, queens. Thank you so much for joining me. I see Shantae. Even when it comes to your business and learning to trust God with the idea that He gave you, right? With the vision that He gave you, it requires trust. And so I really want to just shine a little bit of light on who God is and why you can trust Him to lead you in business, why you can trust Him to lead your business. Okay. So I'm in Deuteronomy chapter 4. Hi, Sonetta. Thank you for joining, Queen. Deuteronomy chapter 4. I'm going to start reading at like 26 so you guys can understand. So you guys can understand me as I begin to pull out the character traits of God and the character traits of God that makes him trustworthy, right? The character traits of God that makes it so that you can trust him in your business, okay? Hey, Ashley Queen. Okay, so I'm in Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 20. Let's start at 26, okay? A little bit of context of what's happening here. Moses is telling the chosen people, if you are a son or a daughter of Christ, you are chosen, okay? Moses is telling the chosen people, and he's warning them against idolatry. What happens? This is already getting good. I'm going to try to take my time and not get too excited. What happens is when we don't trust God with our business, we end up making our business an idol over God. Okay. Moses is warning the chosen people against this. Okay. In 26, it says, "Today I call heaven and earth as witnesses against you. If you disobey me, you will quickly disappear from the land you are crossing the Jordan to occupy." Okay. So God's chosen people are headed into the promised land, right? He's leading them into the promised place that he has given them. But it says here, if you disobey me, you will quickly disappear from the land you're crossing the Jordan to occupy. You will live there only for a short time, then you will be utterly destroyed. For the Lord will scatter you among the nations, where only a few of you will survive. There, in a foreign land, you will worship idols made from wood and stone, gods that neither see nor hear nor eat nor smell. Okay, verse 29 is where it gets good. From there you will search again for the Lord your God, and if you search for him with all your heart and soul, you will find him. So someone drop, hi Patrice, hey T, drop in the comments where we're reading from, Deuteronomy chapter 4. I just read 26, so you can just do Deuteronomy chapter 4, starting at 26. Drop it in the comments so as people come in, they know where we're at, okay? So the very first thing that I just mentioned, right? When you don't trust God with your business, what ends up happening is you make your business an idol, right? You exalt your business over the one who gave you the business idea, okay? And he says here that you utterly you won't make it to the promised land, right? It won't end up being as successful as it could be, right? You won't end up reaching all of those that you need to, right? But the beautiful thing about the character of God that I want to bring out in here is that it says, from there you will search again for the Lord your God. And if you search for him with all your heart and your soul, you will find him. One of the character traits that I found in that scripture alone speaks to how merciful God is, right? Even when we choose other things over him, even when, right, we exalt other things over him, he still says, you can search me, you can search for me and find me again. And that just speaks to how merciful he is, right? That just speaks to how merciful he is. So the first character trait, drop it in the comments for me, is that God is merciful. Now, is there anybody on this live that's perfect? If you're perfect, just let me know. If you're perfect, just let me know, right? I don't think any of us on this live are perfect. And so that means that we all need some mercy sometimes, right? From our boyfriend, from our girlfriend, from our husband, from our wife, right? We all need some mercy sometime. And that is a character of God that makes him trustworthy, okay? So the very first character trait. Oh, I think I might have lost Facebook. Looks like phone night. We'll keep going on Instagram. The very first character trait of God that I want to point out, as that comes back up, is that God is merciful. He is merciful. Okay? And that makes him trustworthy. He knows you're not perfect. He doesn't expect you to be. But you can still search for him and find him even after you mess up. Okay? So that's the very first thing that I want to point out. I'm going to keep on reading. I don't know why my phone cut off, y'all. That was odd. I'm going to keep on reading here. Verse 30 continues on. When those bitter days have come upon you far in the future, you will finally return to the Lord your God and listen to what he tells you. There's another character trait of God. He's a really good listener, right? He's a really great listener. And that makes somebody trustworthy. When they actually care about what you care about and they take the time to listen. Another reason why you can trust him in your business. He cares about what concerns you. Okay? Hi, Cheyenne. You guys will bear with me for just a second. I'm going to try to get it back up on Facebook. Thought I had my phone on the charger and it went off on me. So we'll try it again. Because I'm going to get this one out today. I'm going to get this one out today. Okay. Y'all still with me? Let's try it again. I have it on the charger. Okay, Facebook, we're back. Thank you so much, Jay, for putting the recap there in the comments for me. Sorry, Facebook, we lost you for a second. My phone is supposed to be charging, and it's on, and it's showing that it's charging. Okay, I'm going to give them a minute to come back in here, but I'm going to keep on rolling. Thank you for your patience on Instagram. I love y'all. Facebook been doing this to me all day. Hello, I'm back. Okay. Share this with someone that you know it'll bless, okay? Don't hoard the grain, okay? We're back in. The very first thing that I just mentioned about who God is that he is merciful and he's a great listener. And I'm pulling all of this out of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verses 26 is where I started. And just to bring a little bit of context, thank you guys for coming back on. My phone died. I'm sorry about that. I thought it was charging. To bring a little bit of context to where we are, Moses is warning the people. He's warning the chosen people. If you're a son or a daughter of Christ, you're chosen by him. Okay? Moses is warning the chosen people against idolatry. Okay? And in the first four scriptures, 26 through 29, we find that even when we exalt our business over God, right? Even when we make our business an idol over him, he still invites us to come back to him. And he says, if you search for me, you will find me. Okay? And the character trait that came out of that was that he's merciful. We make mistakes. We fall short. We're not perfect. I know I'm not. And if you think you are a queen, get in the word. Okay? You'll find out how perfect you are. I love you. So God is merciful, and he allows us the opportunity to make mistakes and come back to him. Okay? And that was the very first character trait. Moving on. I'm going to jump down to verse number 34. It says, has any other God taken one nation for himself by rescuing it from another, by means of trials, miraculous signs, wonders, war, awesome power, and terrifying acts? Yet this is what the Lord your God did for you in Egypt right before your eyes. He says, this is what I've done for you, right? I have done miraculous signs and wonders. I've gone to war for you. I've exalted my power for you, right? He showed you these things so that you would realize that the Lord is God and that there is no other God. I'm going to pause right there for a minute. When we exalt our business over God, when we don't trust God with our business, that's us saying our business is more important than him. Okay, that's us making our business an idol. Okay, God says here, haven't I done all of these things for you? Right? I delivered you. I've done miraculous signs, wonders. I've gone to war for you. I've exalted my power for you. The second character trait, when asking the question, who is God, that I want to point out. Hello, thank you for joining. The second character trait is that God is mighty in power. He literally holds all power in his hands. So why would you not trust the one who is in control of everything? I want you to think about that for a second. Why not trust the one who's in control of everything with what he gave you? If you're just hopping in, we're talking about who is God and why you can trust him in your business. Okay? The second character trait that God shows us in this text is that he is the most powerful. He is the all-powerful. He has the ability to move mountains for you, Queen. He has the ability to have you seated at tables, right, that you are not qualified for. You don't have the education to support. He has the ability to progress your business forward exponentially. He has all power, right? So the second character trait of God that I want to point out here is that he is the all-powerful, okay? The first character trait is that he is merciful. The second character trait is that he's powerful. If you would drop that in the comments for me. Number 2, God is powerful. Okay, I'm going to keep reading. It says, he let you hear his voice from heaven. We're in Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 36. He let you hear his voice from heaven so he could instruct you. He let you see his great fire here on earth so he could speak to you from it. Because he loves you, your ancestors. He chose you to bless their descendants. And he personally brought you out of Egypt with a great display of power. Okay? The character trait that I want to point out when asking the question, who is God? God is love. He loves you so much. He loves you so much. It says right here, he delivered you. He rescued you. He exalted his power for you. He speaks to you. Right? And so the third character trait of God is that he's love. This is another reason why you can trust him with your business. He loves you, right? The people that you trust, your spouse, your mom, your dad, your brothers, your sisters, your best friend, you don't trust them because they hate you, right? You trust them because they love you. The same is true about God. He loves you. And he says, I talked to you, I let you hear my voice, I delivered you from captivity, right? Apply this to your business. How has God been leading you in business? How has he been speaking to you about your business? And what are you ignoring? What are you not doing that he's told you to do? Right? God is love. He loves you so much. And that character trait is why you can trust him with your business. Okay? The first one, God is merciful. The second one, God is powerful. The third one, God loves you. These are 3 reasons why you can trust him in your business. Hello, queens. Thank you all for joining me on Instagram. Okay. I'm going to give you one more. The topic is who is God and why you can trust him to lead your business. I'm going to read this last scripture. I'm in Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 38. I'm in the playbook. He drove out nations far greater than you, so he could bring you in and give you their land as a special possession as it is today. I love this last part, and it just really showcases that God is kind. He wants to give you everything that you want anyways, right? He's the one who created it, and he wants to give you that. He's so kind, right? He's so kind. So 4 reasons why you can trust God in your business. 1, he's merciful. When you're imperfect, when you make mistakes, when you idolize your business over him, he still says, come back to me. Search for me and you'll find me. I'm still here. I'm not going nowhere. Okay? The second reason is he is all powerful, right? If you knew that your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend could make something happen, make something shake for you. Hello, Gabby. And they literally had the power to do anything for you. You know that they would, right? You know that they would. And that would make you trust them even more. That's the second reason why you can trust God to lead you in your business. The third reason is that God is love. He loves you so much. He sent his son down here to die for you so that you didn't have to die for your sins, right? He loves you so much. And because he loves you, you can trust him, right? Because he loves you, you can trust him with your business. Your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife, they love you, you love them, and you trust them because they've shown you love. Okay? The final reason is because God is kind. God is kind. Everything that belongs to him, he makes it available to you. He will kindly give it over to you. He says it. He drove out nations far greater than you so that he could bring you in and give you their land. Right? The promised land, the promises that he has given you in your big vision, in your big dream. He's kind enough to give you everything that you desire, Queen, Kings. And that's another reason why you can trust him. So I hope this has resonated with you. I'm sorry that the technical difficulties today have been so real, but I just appreciate the grace and the mercy. I'm grateful that I don't have to be perfect on here for y'all. And so I thank you for that. I thank Queens and Kings. The character of God is who he is. And because he is who he is the reason why you can trust him to lead you in business. Don't make the same mistake that I did. I hopped into business thinking, oh, I got this. God told me I was going to be an entrepreneur. He already put everything on the inside of me, right? And I just hopped out here trying to do my own thing. And I'm warning you against doing that. I'm warning you against doing that. It talks about what happens to people who idolize, right? They quickly disappear and they don't make it to the promised land. Do you hear me, Queen? Right? You put that business over God all you want to. It will quickly disappear and it will not even get close to reaching the people and making the impact that it will when you've submitted it to him, when you surrendered it to him, when you wake up every day like, God, you're the owner of this business. I'm just managing it. Tell me what I need to do. Okay? Establish the work of my hands, God, as I build the business, as I go out trying to fulfill the vision and the big dream that you put on the inside of me. This is how you pray. This is how you surrender and you submit your business and allow God to lead you in your business. We've gone through the character traits that makes him trustworthy, right? If you met somebody, for all of my single ladies, if you're single, let me know in the comments. If you're married, let me know in the comments. Which one are you, single or married? Let me know in the comments. But when you were single, because we all were at one point, if you met someone that was loving and kind and merciful towards you, and that had power that they would just throw around for you, right? Wouldn't that be good indication, good reason for you to trust them? Wouldn't that make them trustworthy to you? Shantae says she's in a relationship, 4 years, almost 5. Congratulations to that. Hi, Courtney Queen. Thank you for joining me. I didn't get to greet you earlier. If someone was loving and kind and would throw their power around for you any day, any time, wouldn't that make them trustworthy? Yeah, it would. But in order to know who God is, and in order to even be able to trust him, you've got to spend time with him. You've got to communicate with him. Hi, Gabby. You've got to take risks with him. You have to believe in them, right? Your spouse, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, you believe when they tell you something. You don't just automatically assume they're lying. You don't, Queen. You believe what they say because you trust them. Just like any relationship that you would have or that you have, trust is built through spending time. Trust is built through communication. Trust is built through taking risk. Trust is built through listening, right? And these are all of the character traits of God. He's kind. He's loving. He will throw his power around for you. He wants to give you the desires of your heart. He's patient. He's merciful. He don't expect you to be perfect, and that's okay. So if you're saying, I got to get my life together before I can go to God, no. He wants to help you with that. Right? So I hope this blessed you. Sonetta says it was right on time. I'm so glad to hear that, Queen. I really wanted to highlight who God is so that you can see He's trustworthy. And so that you don't make the same mistakes that I did. Right? Out here, just out here. God gave me the vision. He gave me the dream. How dare I go out here thinking I can just execute it without Him? Right? Would you do that with your spouse? They have this big idea. They're like, "Oh, baby, let me tell you about this idea." Right? They share it with you. You get excited. They get excited. And then you leave them behind? And you go and you do it without them? How is that going to make them feel? Let's make this practical, right? If your husband, Queen, said to you, "Baby, I know how we are going to make it big. This is how." And he just downloads on you, gives you all the strategy, how to get it started, how to get it set up, what to do, when to do it. And you're so excited and you just go out and you just do without him. How is that going to make him feel? Right? The same as with God. Okay? He loves you so much. He wants you to have everything that you desire to have. Just trust him. Okay? I hope this blessed you today. I hope that this blessed you today. I really do. Sorry, guys. Just reconnecting my Instagram. My 3-day webinar series is for you if you want to learn how to clearly communicate the problem that you solve to your dream client, the person that you would love to work with. Okay? And this 3-day webinar series is for you if you have some interest in coaching, mentorship, consulting, counseling. This 3-day webinar series is for you. Okay? It's happening October 12th, 13th, and 14th. And the objectives of what we will be accomplishing over those 3 days are very simple. First, we're going to identify the skill set and expertise that you should pursue in a service-based business. Okay? That's day one. You've got some pre-work that's going to help you get to day one. On day one, we are going to hone in on what that thing is, Queen. Okay? Day two, we're going to construct a very clear message that communicates the problem that you solve with your dream client, the person you would love to work with. And day three, you'll leave knowing exactly how to monetize your service-based expertise in the way that best fits the solution that you provide. Okay? If this resonates with you, I'm going to drop the link for you to get registered right here in the comments. That link to get registered is right here in the comments. If it resonates with you, all you have to do is take 1 minute to sign up. Now, I believe that it won't resonate with everyone, right? My voice is going to specifically resonate with you, Queen, if this event is for you. And I want to invite you to lean into that, right? The unknown can be scary. Sometimes you're like, I don't even know why I'm feeling this tug in this way. I'll tell you why. And it don't have nothing to do with me. It's God, right? If this is pulling on you, then it's definitely God, right? Okay? Lean into it. Explore what it is that he's trying to show you through this, right? Take a chance on you. So if you want to learn how to identify and monetize your skill set, I would love, love, love to have you join me and go from clutter to clarity and cash flow. Okay? I pinned the link for you to get registered right in the comments so that you can easily hop on over and do that. The link is also in my bio. If this blessed you today, share it with 3 women. Share it with 3 women or tag them in the comments if you know someone that it will bless. Okay? Who God is and why you can trust him to lead your business. God is loving. He's kind. He is the all-knowing and the all-powerful, and he will throw his weight around for you. Right? And he's merciful. He doesn't expect us to be perfect. I love you so much, queens. Thank you so much for bearing with me today. Blessings and prosperity over your day. Love you so much. Bye-bye.